Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Forrest with some more Hearthstone. Today we'll be taking a look at a brand new mid-range Paladin deck. This list coming from Kolento. We've got some value turn 1 drops such as Argent Squire and the brand new Zombie Chow. Some threat removal thanks to Aldor Peacekeeper and Equality. The deck also runs Consecration, of course. And then a beefy mid-game with cards like Sludge Belcher and Cairne Bloodhoof. This deck is all about board control. Get that presence on the board and then just smash your opponent in the face. Let's go ahead and take a look at a game in action. And for our example game, we will be playing against another Paladin. This opening hand is looking pretty good. We've got the Argent Squire, Knife Juggler. We've got our little spiders as well as the Divine Shield Giver. So this is pretty nice, especially since we started for the coin. I actually think I'm going to coin into the Knife Juggler. It's not going to be super easy for a Paladin to deal with this on his second turn. If you're playing against a Shaman or something, yeah, you could worry about like a Lightning Bolt. If you're playing against a Mage, you could worry about a Frost Bolt. But against a Paladin, this is actually a pretty decent play. Now to follow this up, well, let's see. We could put down 2 1-drops and potentially kill his first iteration, but then his second iteration would kill our Knife Juggler. So maybe we just go with the Argent Protector this turn and actually just swing his face. Because if I swing his 1-2 and kill it, he gets the 2 1-1s with which he could kill my Knife Juggler. I guess the other play could have been attack into it and then drop my creature with the, but I don't know, I think that was quite fine. Now he's got 2 1-1s in play, plus his 2-3. So several ways I could deal with this, but I think we might go with the Abusive Sergeant, go into his Harvest Golem. The only risk is that if the knife hits the Harvest Golem from the Abusive Sergeant, that will not be a great situation. But if it doesn't, then we get rid of his 1-1s, one of his 1-1s. So why don't we try this? We're gonna go with that. Nice, knife doesn't hit it. We can kill that, and then we can put one more creature into play. And, well, let's kill his 1-1 first, and that way we've got a 50% chance to hit his Harvest Golem. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, so long as he doesn't have Consecrate right now, this is going to be pretty awesome. And if he doesn't have Consecrate, it's pretty much GG. So he needs it, and he just so happens to have it. So there you go. Well, we're still gonna get our 2 1-1s in play. And a big focus with this deck, this is a mid-range style deck. It's not a rushdown Paladin, it's more about controlling the board. And right now, we have got that board presence. We've got 2 Argent Squires, 2 Spiders, a Recruit in play. What's he saying well played for? Is it because I made a super amazing play? That's possible. Or it could be because he's got like, I don't know, something crazy. Oh, please don't Blood Knight right now. That would absolutely be the... Are you freaking kidding me? Alright, so there's the Blood Knight. Oh my gosh. Well, we've got the Aldor Peacekeeper, so let's drop that down. That pretty much takes care of that. At least it stops it from being a threat. We're gonna clear his board of 1-1s whenever he plays them, but beyond that, we're just gonna go for his face. Now, I just said how this particular deck likes to focus on board control, at least from the few games that I've played with it. Also, bear in mind, please don't pay attention to I have not laddered at all this season. I basically just hopped in, played a few games with this deck, and then made this video. I'm gonna start laddering up sometime soon. It's just been a busy month so far. There's the Hammer of Wrath, unfortunately, and I wouldn't be too surprised. He's probably just gonna focus on picking off our 1-1s, and there you go. That's exactly what he's doing there. Now, we've got the Tirion Fordring coming up. We also have the Consecrate, but that's not good right now. Let's put down the Sludge Belcher that we just drew into, clear his 1-1, and then swing for the face. There you go. It's exactly what I'm gonna focus on doing, clearing the creatures that make sense to clear, but I wouldn't throw all of my 1-1s into his like 9 health Blood Knight, you know? Alright, so that's not good actually. Sword of Justice, plus he's got the Aldor Peacekeeper, and now he's got an Argent Squire. It's gonna be a 2-2. But we do have the Consecrate, so we can actually... We can clear everything but his Blood Knight here, and I think that is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna drop the shield, and then we can throw down Consecrate, and clear his 4-4 Peacekeeper. We're gonna put down the Zombie Chow. It's a little bit risky. Zombie Chow is an amazing turn 1 play, because if you can use it to, remember this deck is it's focused on board control. Using it just to focus on board control before you've even dealt your opponent any damage, it's unreal, because them gaining 5 life, if you haven't hit them yet and you've just been focusing on clearing the board, them gaining 5 life makes no difference. All right, here's an Equality, so he might have a Consecrate, and that would actually be really rough because he would gain 5 life from the Zombie Chow. So the point was, though, Zombie Chow at this point of the game is not great. It just isn't, unfortunately. All right, so here comes a Harvest Golem, but it's not... I mean, it's sort of terrible. If you can keep it alive, it's great. That's the thing, but, you know, anyways. All right, so he's going to clear that first iteration. We're going to get the 1/2 slime back, and we drew an Acolyte of Pain, but I think this is going to be the turn for Tirion Fordring. Sounds good to me. And then beyond that, I think we just go for his face. We've got 2 taunts in play. If I walk my Zombie Chow into his 2/2, I just give him 5 life. He's low enough at this point where we could potentially push through victory next turn. So even if he kills our, well, if he kills our Tirion, then we're gonna get the 5 weapon attacks. So let's see what he does. Oh, he's gonna take 6, so he's down to 4. And then he's going to Blessing of Kings, so he can kill the Tirion. He plays a Truesilver Champion. Oh yeah, that's right, he can't attack with the Truesilver Champion. Okay. Alright, well, we win, so let's just bad man. I learned this from Crip. I learned how to bad manner. So we can go with this, make it a 4/4. We can make him a 5/5. We can give him 5 life from the Zombie Chow, because we'll still have enough damage to kill. So, I don't know, I'm feeling a little feisty today. But anyways, there's an example game, taking a look at the new mid-range Kolento Paladin deck. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck list. So the deck list for Kolento's mid-range, new version basically with the new Naxxramas cards. We've got 2 Abusive Sergeants, great for trading up your Argent Squire into a 3 health Harvest Golem as a great example of something you can do. We've got 2 of the Argent Squires, they're just incredibly valuable, especially in this style of deck, in conjunction with a Sword of Justice or played after a Knife Juggler. Zombie Chow, I'll tell you, if you can play this on the first turn, in some matchups, even go for a hard mulligan to try to get Zombie Chow first turn, it's your best first turn play bar none. Like, no questions asked. You focus on clearing their board for the first few turns. If you haven't even dealt them any damage, you've killed 1 or 2 creatures, and the Zombie Chow dies, them gaining 5 life, it makes no difference. It doesn't matter at all. We've got an equality. This is used to help you maintain the board control a little bit easier. Only a single one of those, though. 2 Argent Protectors to protect your Knife Juggler, to protect any of your value creatures. Maybe even throw that on your Sludge Belcher. Although be careful about overcommitting to 1 creature like that, because it makes silence that much more effective in matchups where you worry about silence. Haunted Creeper, an amazing addition to this style of deck with Knife Juggler. Okay, let's say you start off with a Haunted Creeper in play, draw into a Knife Juggler, throw it on a Knife Juggler, sack your Haunted Creeper, bam, 2 knives right off of that 1 creature dying. It's unbelievable. Single Sword of Justice, I almost considered throwing in a second, but after playing with it, I see why he just has 1. It's not needed for the deck to succeed, but when you do get it, it's pretty much GG, and I guess having 2 of them in your hand at the same time would not be a great situation for you either. A single Divine Favor, depending on the matchup, sometimes I actually have opened up with this hand. If I think I'm playing a Control Priest, for example, many times in that matchup, I've got just an empty hand and I'm out of steam and they've got a ton of cards. Whereas with the Divine Favor, that completely offsets that. Although you don't necessarily have to. In fact, it's probably advised that you don't open up with Divine Favor. I'm just speaking from my experience so far. The Acolyte of Pain is going to help you draw into that. It's an Acolyte of Pain. Aldor Peacekeeper for dealing with big threats. Truesilver Champion. You've got the life gain. You've got the board control. You've got the extra damage. It's great. 2 Blessing of Kings. A lot of times this is used as a nice finisher. Throw this in play for an extra surprise 4 damage. 2 Consecrations for the board control. We've got 2 Sludge Belchers also controlling the board, stopping aggression from hitting your face. Single Bloodhoof, a single Guardian of Kings, and a single Tirion Fordring. All of these just nice, beefy late game creatures. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This spotlight deck for the mid-range Kolento deck. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, likely, I will be putting up a gameplay video with a handful of games. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Keep watching and keep owning.